So I'm gonna be real transparent with you today on this video. Some of you may care, some of you may not. Some of you may be able to relate to this very situation. If you've gone through a breakup or a separation or even a divorce, then I'm sure you can relate to some of the keys that I'm gonna share with you in this video. And one of the biggest things that I want to talk about in this topic is that why my wife left me. And I can't even say that I'm not surprised. And the reality of it, I just wanted to be transparent because I realized that a lot of men go through exactly what I'm going through and experience so many different phases of emotions, and we suppress a lot of these things because of the way we were raised. We can't, share our feelings. We're not supposed to talk about it, and a lot of times we suppress these things through, overworking, addictions and things like that. But I want to just talk about my journey in terms of what I've been going through in this process in hopes that it'll be able to help somebody that take the time to invest in themselves in this video. I haven't did a video in a while, man, because I've been going through some things for real, in like real time. As of the time of this video, me and my wife, we've been separated for almost 3 months. But even during that time, in the past 2 years, it has been by far some of the most troubling, most hardest times of our marriage. And I can only share this because, man, one thing that I understand about marriage and relationships is that it does bring out an eye opener of how selfish you can really be. If you really take the time to really look at yourself and take the time to take some real accountability, I'm talking real accountability, your partner, they care about you. Now, they'll tell you everything about yourself as far as where you are selfish at, and even so much on how you handle things that may need some adjustments, some tune-up. And I appreciate that, as far as my relationship and what my wife was able to tell me. And I'll just be transparent with you guys about this. She told me flat out, she said, "You're not loving, you don't respect me, and you don't honor me." Now, in a lot of respect, I can say, well, surely, easily, I can feel the same way. And I definitely have some valid feelings to say about that. But for the sake of this video, we're just talking about me. I believe that when you throw dirt at somebody, you lose ground for yourself. And so we're just talking about me. But I can definitely say that I appreciate that. I appreciate her for telling me that how she felt, because even though despite of how we were doing things to each other, it made me realize that, she was unhappy in a lot of areas. She was dealing with a lot of things. And also because of the fact we have young children, guys, this is also another topic that I will be talking about in another video. But when they say that children change things, man, it's an understatement. But we will talk about that in another video. But being at the fact that, there was just a lot of things, emotions that she was feeling, and on regard to my behavior and things like that, I appreciate the fact that she told me that. Because now, if with anybody like yourself who experienced a breakup, and if you're someone who's been with a relationship for someone long term, and they're telling you this can be opportunity of leverage to be able to go in, take the groundwork to see exactly where you went wrong and how you can be able to improve upon it and not go into the next situation with the same outcome. A lot of times what we tend to do is we tend to suppress ourselves in overworking, addictions, or just simply jumping into another relationship and not taking the groundwork to work on self. And the only reason why I'm giving y'all this information because, man, like me and my wife, like I said, we've been in a very difficult spot for the last 2 years. It's been real tough. And I knew towards the last end of the second year towards to this inevitable outcome, I had to get therapy, man. I started getting therapy. Now, she doesn't know this. I don't know if she knows this, if she watches my video, but yeah, she knows probably now. I've been getting therapy consistently for the past year. Consistently, every week I was seeing a therapist. I was talking to somebody, because I was going through things. I was going through a lot. And I also realized even though she wasn't happy, I also wasn't happy. There was a lot of things that I was doing just for the sake of just trying to keep her around for the sake of the kids. And guys, it was just getting to a point where it was just like, man, no matter what I tried to do to try to accommodate, to make her happy, to try to keep our relationship together, nothing I can possibly do can make her want to stay or simply appreciate anything of my effort. And that's something that you also need to account to When you know you've given your absolute best, when you know you've done everything you can possibly do to try to keep a relationship to work and it doesn't, then you can go in with peace knowing that the fact is that, hey, I've given it my best. I've done all that I can do. And if I'm still not enough, it is okay. And I can move on and learn from that. And that's what I'm saying to you. If you know you've given your absolute best, you've done everything you can possibly do, and it still doesn't work, then you know at that point that it's time to move on. And that's where I'm at in my life now. I'm okay with accepting my outcome and my reality. It sucks because I have young children, and I always thought that I would never be in a position to have to experience what it's like being a single father. But despite of it all, it's like, what's the worst? I stay with the woman who don't respect me, and then she bestowing this behavior to in front of my children to see how it's like for a man to not be respected, or even worst case scenario, vice versa. And rest assured, that was definitely going on. And it was to a point where she just finally decided to just walk away and pack the bags. I didn't fight for her to stay. Now, before, when this was happening, I would fight. And I would try to convince her to stay and make it work. But this has been going on from the inevitably beginning. And I realized that, guys, you can't make nobody want you if they don't appreciate you, man. And, just based on the things that have happened, the things that have been said, the things that have been bestowed upon each other, you got to forgive, I forgive myself, but I also forgive her. And that's also what you have to do too, man. You got to forgive yourself for what you neglected, what you didn't do, but you also got to forgive that individual for what they may have fell short in, because rest assured, we all got blind spots. And see, that's the beauty about being in a relationship long term, because you can have the opportunity of someone being able to reveal to you your blind spots. And we all got them. I mean, we're not perfect, right? And if you can genuinely get someone, even if it doesn't work out, and they can tell you what's wrong with you, then maybe you can take a look into yourself and say, you know what, maybe they was on to something. And then maybe perhaps you can be able to take some time to look at that as an opportunity to grow, and hopefully not bring that same energy to another relationship. And see, I'm so excited about that. I'm excited for that because I'm not playing the victim. This is not a video of being a victim. This is a video about victory. This is a video about encouraging you that you're becoming your best self. And so if you're dealing with a breakup, if you're dealing with separation, if you're dealing with a divorce, rest assured, man, get back on your feet, man. Raise your head up. Do what you need to do to stay on your purpose. And focus on what's the greater good for what's at hand. Because the person that you're becoming is going to attract a better quality outcome in a relationship when you know who you are. And see, I think a lot of that also plays a fact into my situation. I've been with my wife since I was 19. I was definitely very insecure. Struggled with a lot of insecurities. Now, I'm 33 now at this time of this video. And I definitely don't think the same way that I did at 19. And I don't carry myself the same way that I did when I was 19. And so that's also the possibility that you can also outgrow each other too. These are things that happen when you've been with a person for so long, and when they get accustomed to viewing you a certain way from how that you used to be, it can be kind of hard and difficult to see the transition that's being made in real time. And see, my wife didn't know that I was getting therapy and was doing the proper things to get help, where I started to see some things that I was not handling the same like I used to. Now, of course, I still had some moments where I would miss the mark, as we all do. Just because you go through therapy doesn't always mean that you're going to always make it, do the right thing every time on each situation that doesn't work in your favor. But I did see a lot of the progress on how therapy did help. So I will encourage you, like, if you're going through a position of heartbreak or a breakup, man, get some therapy. It's by far the best thing I could have possibly did in this situation, because even though we're not together, it hurts. It hurts because my kids has to suffer through this right now in this phase, but they're so young, they're probably not going to remember none of this. But it also, it's a process where I can really see and appreciate the journey that I'm becoming on what it's like not being around in that type of atmosphere that was not healthy and conducively for our children to see. when the parents are not respecting one another, not showing love to one another, not honoring one another, which is what she was saying. But like I said, it was definitely a two-way street. But for the sake of what was happened, I can definitely say that, you know what, I'm gonna show her the respect off the strength of the fact she is the children of my mother. And that's how you gotta see it too. I don't care how conniving or how, you know, messed up or how bad it gets or how disrespectful she get. If that is definitely the mother of your children, man, you gotta say, you know what, she birthed these children of mine that I've created, and I give her respect just on the strength of the fact that she giving me legacy. However way or how it happened, you know, you gotta be grateful for that. And so I'm just trying to look at it all in the bright side of things, because as much as I want to be hurt, much as I want to be in my feelings and be a victim about it, it's like, nah, I'm going to take it and take it on the chin and accept my reality and my outcome. But I wanted to share this video to help somebody else that may be going through this to say, you know what? If you can get anything out of this video, is understanding this. If someone can tell you about yourself and tell you what was wrong and how you went wrong, take that as leverage. Grow upon it, get better, and say, you know what, thank you for giving me that knowledge of revelation, because now I can go in with a new perspective and insight to not take this into my next outcome, in my next relationship, into my next phase of life. See, you're getting better, you're growing, you're expanding, you're going to make it. And despite of whether that person decided to see the value and the true value of who you are, someone will. See, at the end of the day, as men, we get better with age. We come to full fruition of that. At the end of the day, we can continue to thrive even alone. And so if you got to go through that journey in the process, man, enjoy the journey. Become a part of yourself to actually appreciate this new phase of journey where you can discover a new version of who you're becoming. And I'm telling y'all this as I'm learning this in real time. You know, it sucks that the outcome was what it was, but I'm appreciative of what the journey is ahead for me, because I see great things, and I see the future of me being able to come out this much better than I was when I started. So I hope that you can take that in perspective for yourself. I believe in you, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope this video helps somebody. If you watched along in this video, if you felt like this could help somebody, share it with somebody. But I'm gonna be sharing you guys some transparent journey of my situations, and hopefully that it may be able to be inspiring to you guys, because man, I look at failure differently. I don't look at failure as an outcome of negativity. It's a failure of feedback to course correct and to make adjustments and keep trying. I'm no quitter, man. That's one thing you talking to, who you listening to right now, is no quitter. And you're not a quitter neither, because you didn't quit this video. So thank you for taking the time to invest in yourself and watching this video. And I'll see you very soon in the next one. God bless.